If I could get the other Baylor Bear. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you Weslaco's own 1980 Weslaco High School graduate, Basilio Garcia. Basilio Garcia in high school was considered one of the top distance runners as he placed first in regional and cross country, and in track and field was a district and regional champion and third at the state meet. He had a banner year his senior year, placing first in district and regional and fourth at the state meet. In track and field, Basilio was involved in one of the greatest 1600 races in the annals of track and field in Texas as the 1980 state meet. The first four finishers all broke the state record in that event. Basilio's 4 minutes 10.9 still ranks as the all-time Valley's best. This is 36 years later. Basilio went on to college at Baylor University upon graduating from high school in 1980. He received a lot of awards in high school, including the MVP in track and cross country, the Bobby Leckie Award. He was also a very good student, receiving NHA's honors, a Fulbright scholarship, and a full ride to Baylor University. In the year 2000, Basilio was also elected to the All-Millennium track team in the 1600-meter run. Going to Baylor University, Basilio had a very successful four-year career in cross-country and track at the university, lettering all 4 years. In 1984, Basilio graduated with a business degree and has been in the banking industry since then. He is married to Ernestina Garcia and has 4 children. J.B. Garcia, Christina at 22 years of age, Elias, and the baby of the family, Leticia, at 18 years of age. Ladies and gentlemen, Weslaco's own, one of the best distance runners ever from the area, a Baylor graduate, and your Meet of Champions honoree, Basilio Garcia.
Two honorees, two of the best distance runners in the history of the Valley, Mike. You got Basilio and from Weslaco, and
we're going back old school, Coach, with these two great runners.
Sonia Sepulveda and Basilio Garcia. Basilio, in 1980 class from Weslaco, went on to Baylor and had a successful career, and Sonia Sepulveda from Edinburgh, who went on to Baylor and had a successful career.
Right.
And both of them have been very successful, and they had their families here with them, and they're the 2016 honorees.
Yeah, that's the great thing, Coach, about having athletes like them who were here in the Valley years ago and made a contribution to the respective high schools. Then they moved on to college, had success there with the track teams, earned a degree, and then after that they became professionals and have made a name for themselves doing what they're doing in their respective school district, their respective careers.
Right.
And so that's wonderful to see that, and coming back to the Valley, and we get to honor them. And these athletes here that are right now participating see stuff like that, and they kind of say to themselves like, hey, maybe one day that will be me.
Well, yeah, but they mentioned that Basilio Garcia's record in the mile, I believe, is 36 years old, Mike.
Right.
So there could be somebody on the track out here today who in 36 years is out here being honored because their record still stands.
Well, you know what, Coach? That's motivation, if you ask me. If you're an athlete, you hear that, you're like, you know what? I'm going to try to aim for that.
Well,
see if we could break that record.
And there may be some people in the Valley that can hang with some of those records, but many of those young people are in Austin today,
right,
running against a different level of competition up there in the Texas relays.
Yeah, that is one great meet to be at, by the way, to prepare yourself for district.
Especially if you think a guy's got a chance to make an athlete's got a chance to make it to state. Let's see those people now before we go there.
Right. Yeah, it's a good barometer that carries into district, and then you'll see them again perhaps at regionals, maybe even state. if you're fortunate.
And so our first event today, Mike, is going to come up at about 5:45, and by my watch, it is 5:45. It's going to be a 3,200-meter run, the girls' division followed by the boys. In all the open running events, Mike, you're going to see 2 heats. For instance, in the 400-meter relay, you're going to see Heat 1 and Heat 2 in the girls, then Heat 1 and Heat 2 in the boys. Then the computer will look at times, and they will place runners in the top 6. As the meet goes on, Mike Gonzalez, my compadre here in the press box for K-West and 956 Sports, we are live. We'll also be catching you up on the result of field events as we have time between races and during races. He may get a couple of those done during the 3,200-meter run. That's 8 laps. Top time in the girls' division is 11 minutes and 56 seconds, and the top time in the boys' division is 10 minutes and 5 seconds. So we may get some time to do that. You're getting to see some of the field events that are still going on. That was a young lady from Port Isabel pole vaulting, and you will see 3,200-meter runners start to gather and get their hip numbers that they will have on their hips so that the computer can place them by number identifiers. You'll see them putting them on, and we will do our best to highlight what's going on and what records are in each event, and it'll be a lot of fun, Mike. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. So am I. We've been talking about this during the week. I know you and I have. This is one of the bigger events, as we talked about on top of the show.
Well, we don't get to do district here this year, so this is probably one of our bigger shows that we're going to have.
Right, and it's obviously going to be the last track meet Wesco will have, if I'm not mistaken, unless I'm not sure where they're going to have the area meet.
I think area's in far also. I'm not positive.
Okay.
But we have a great track facility here, as they do, and PSJA has done a good job over the last couple of years trying to catch up to us.
Yeah, renovating their facilities,
yes.
Right?
And so it'll be interesting to see. But in our first event will be the girls' 3,200-meter run. The girls that are scheduled to run today, Brianna Robles from Palmview, Beth Ramos from Edinburgh North, Janet Figueroa from Weslaco, Vianney Sanchez from Edinburgh, Alessandra Gutierrez from Nicky Rowe, Alexandria Conchola from McAllen, Priscilla Flores from Palmview, Krista Martinez from Ed Couch Elsa. Mike, we've seen her run well this year.
Well, we've seen her run since her freshman year.
Right.
Yeah.
And Soledad Cruz from Mercedes, Ana Sanchez from PSJA, I believe, Ana Batista from Rio Grande City, Nadia Flores from Palmview, Tina Sierra from La Feria, Jasmine Rangel from Rio Hondo, Gabriela Torres from Port Isabel, and Annika Alfaro from Raymondville are the scheduled runner in the girls' 3,200-meter run.
Yeah, Brianna Robles' seating time, coach, top seating time was at 11:56.77.
Now, you got to remember, Krista Martinez is one of the best we've seen this year. And when she qualified, there may not have been anybody to really push her, Mike.
Right.
And she may have just kind of jogged in at a 12:07. We'll see today, because today it counts.
Yeah, this is where, like you mentioned, this is the one that counts. So, a lot of times an athlete like her that's so superior, so supreme that, they just kind of make sure to qualify is what they do, and then they make sure to show up when it counts, which is right now.
Right, and you will see on the screen, folks, those of you watching online live on K-West or 956 Sports, or on the delay on K-West sometime probably in the next week or so, you'll see an unofficial time on the screen.
Down here, bottom right-hand side.
Right. So the record in this race is 10:51.16, set in 1985 by a young lady from Brownsville, Rivera.
It's a 1995, Coach.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
95. Well, they got me all excited about the 80s with our honorees today.
Well, it is a record that's been it's been held for a pretty long time. That's for sure.
Number 11, currently ranked third on the Valley's Best.
So here we go. About to toe up the line for the girls' 3,200-meter run. You'll see there the number 8. That number will count down as the young ladies lap the track. And it looks like we got a clean start in the girls' 3,200-meter run.
And running at a meet-up champion
8 laps, huh, Coach?
8 laps.
That is quite a run right there. I see them slowing down. I wonder if something happened.
Must have called them back. You know, someone fell down. Number 8.
Yeah, that's Ed Calchelsa, Krista Martinez.
Krista Martinez, yeah.
I hope she's okay.
She's not happy. I can see that, and she's holding her mouth. I don't know.
Yeah.
She caught an elbow. If she landed on her face. They got behind the scoreboard, and we could not see them.
Right. It was a clean start, as you mentioned, Coach, but what happens is when they start a race like this, that they're all bunched up together, that it's very easy to, either trip or fall or hit each other with an elbow, of course, not intentionally, but, you're so close to each other that it takes a couple of laps for them to actually separate themselves.
Oh, yeah. And Krista, because of her starting time, is starting in about the middle of the track. Whereas if she had the fastest time, she would probably be up here on the outside.
Correct.
But she qualified in the middle of the pack, so they're going to line them up, and we'll try it again.
We'll try it again, right. I wonder if the judges perhaps has a little talk with them or something to just be cautious with one another, or I don't know.
They tell them that constantly.
Right.
We have lost the time on the screen now. Not appearing.
They have to reset it now.
So here we go. Let's see how Krista fares here.
There we go, Coach.
Well, we got to clear the 100 meters before it's a true start, and they're about to do that right
now.
Now, there we
go. Now it's a race.
Now it's a race.
No, there's no going back.
And you'll see the time on the clock, and this is lap 1 of the girls' 3,200-meter run.
On the award stand,
we'll let you take it in.
Pete Segura, at 6 feet 2. Pete Segura.
All right, Coach. Now that we have some time here, we're going to have a long race. This gives me an opportunity to call up some results here earlier from the field events. The first event for the girls was the shot put. In 5th place was, let's see if you can help me out here, Coach, with this name here. But her first name is Maela Pestakachi. I hope I pronounced that right, from Sherryland Pioneer.
Yeah, close enough.
Close enough, okay.
But you didn't want to go to 6th place?
Well, okay, we can start at 6th place. That would be Soledad Villarreal from San Benito.
There you go.
In 5th place is Maela Pestakachi. I hope I said that right, from Sherryland. Yeah, from Sherryland Pioneer. In 4th place is Alexis Vasquez from Mission Vets. In 3rd place is Samantha Alvarez from Harlingen High. In 2nd place is Eloisa Martinez from McAllen Memorial. And in 1st place, with a throw of 36.08, is Valeria Granados.
36 feet 8 inches for the winner of the girls' shot put.
Okay.
After about a lap and a half, Mike, that girl's out front. And that girl is Krista Martinez.
There we go, Coach. Just like we said, huh? Just like we said, we knew that that seating time wasn't going to be the actual. We knew she was going to do something. That's for sure. She's been around a long time, and she has numerous wins with Ed Calchelsa and meets, and she's state qualifier.
Yeah, there's a cluster with her though.
Yeah, they're all going to make their moves. That's for sure.
I see a Palmview. I see a Lionette. I see an Edinburgh North. There's a young lady from Westlaco there in the frame. That would be Janet Figueroa from Westlaco, currently in about 5th.
There should be no camps in the infield area. Any stretching can be done on the end zones. Leave all the center area for warm-ups.
All right, Coach, I'll move on to another event that took place earlier. This was the final results for the girls' triple jump. In sixth place, we had Kalia Hansenflunk from Sherryland. In fifth place, we had Amanda Lozano from Mission Veterans. In fourth place, we had Jackie Alanis from PSJ High. In third place, we had Tanya Garza from McAllen Memorial. In second place, we had Brenda Martinez from La Jolla Palmview. And in first place, with a jump of 37 feet, 8 inches, was Giovanni Solis from McAllen Row.
Well, Mike, there's been a little change in the last lap. Got Beth Ramos from Edinburgh North, who has taken the lead, running alongside Brianna Robles from Palmview. They're starting to stretch that out just a little bit.
We got 5 more laps to go now.
5 laps to go. Those two young ladies are starting to change the pace of the race.
Yeah, 8 laps, Coach. These athletes are in terrific shape for you run 8 laps. That's 2 miles.
Results of the boys triple jump: 6th place, Sammy Oribe Rivera. 5th place, Hector Bosques, Nicky Rowe. 4th place, Pete Perez, Los Fresnos.
I'll be happy, Coach, if I can run 1 mile on my own.
7.5.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. But right now, the way they qualified, Brianna Robles from Palmview was fastest qualifier, followed by Edinburgh North's Beth Ramos, and that's how they sit right now, 1-2. Matches the numbers on their uniform right there.
6 3/4 inches.
I'm trying to see where Figueroa is, the Wesco runner. It looks like she's at about 6th place, 5th place maybe, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th place. Maybe it looks like she's. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the first 2 runners. 1st, 2nd, about 5th place, Coach. Yeah.
Yeah, those two count, Mike.
Well, yeah. Standing here in the booth, sometimes we get blocked from these little concrete in front of us, and I totally missed those first 2 runners. But yeah, she's in 6th place right now. Let's see if she can make a move here in the last 4 laps of the race.
5th place, Melody McGee, Mackay. 4th place, Giovanni Solis, Nicky Rowe. On the award stand, 3rd place, Alondra Escobar of Los Fresnos, a jump of 17 feet. 2nd place, Eleanor Arndt, Los Westlaco High at 17 feet, 4 inches.
All right, Coach, I'm going to go ahead and announce another fielding event that took place earlier. This was the final results for the girls' long jump. In 6th place was Jacqueline Flores from Mercedes. In 5th place was Melody McGee, I hope I pronounced that right, out of McAllen High. In 4th place was Giovanni Solis from McAllen Row. In 3rd place was Alondra Escobar from Los Fresnos. In 2nd place was our very own Eleanor Arndt from Wesco High. And in 1st place, with a jump of 17 feet, 4.5 inches, is Mirna Tamés from La Jolla Palmview.
And there they go by. That's from Palmview. That's Brianna Robles. And from Edinburgh North, that's Beth Ramos. Battling back and forth, 1-2 in the girls' 3,200-meter run.
They've pretty much dominated, Coach, right?
Well, they've opened up
Pretty big gap.
about a 70-meter lead, I would say, right now over the 3rd place. But that's how you run those good times. You get someone to push you. And right now they have about a 50-meter lead over third place, and they are taking turns, kind of taking the lead there, Mike. They were separated by 3/100ths of a second in prelims.
Wow. So this marathon has been going on for days, not just this race, but
yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
Yesterday, these two young ladies saw each other in the prelims.
Boys pole vault, That will follow by the girls and boys shot put.
Yeah, you talk about
and then the boys and
competition,
girls
competing.
Discus.
This is it right here. Having to work hard just to qualify. And
Well, you know, the nice thing is these two young ladies are not in the same district. Palmview is in District 30, 6A. Edinburgh North is in 31, 6A. Weslaco and Edinburgh, the four fastest qualifiers, were all from 31, 6A. Edinburgh North, Weslaco, and Edinburgh runners were three of the top four.
Excuse me, Zapata, Weslaco, at 14 feet.
And there she is, Janet Figueroa from Weslaco.
Yeah, she's keeping pace with Krista Martinez from Metcalf-Chelsea. And I want to say that the other runner was from Mercedes, Soledad Cruz.
Let me tell you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The top 7 runners in prelims are all from the 6A level. Krista Martinez is the fastest non-6A qualifier. She's in 5A at Cal-Chelsea.
Right.
Next events to be presented will be the girls shot put, followed by the boys shot put. Then the girls discus, followed by the boys discus.
No, we still see the top 2 runners going neck and neck, Coach.
Remember, the record, Mike, is 10 minutes, 51 seconds. So we're about a minute and a half right now. And I believe when they come around, they're going to have how many laps? 2 or 1?
Oh, it would be 2 laps, Coach.
No, there's no way.
Right. Yeah, that record will hold for another year.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way. The record is 1 minute from about now. So there's no way they're going to get around in a minute. But it's going to be a good time, though, Mike.
Yeah, it'll be a solid time, Coach. But, gosh, it shows how fast. That shows how fast that runner from Brownsville Rivera was.
Yeah, Jamie Ruvaleta.
In 1995.
From Brownsville Rivera.
Uh-huh.
Edinburgh North is kicking it in. They're starting to lap people. And here comes the young lady from Palmview.
This is Beth Ramos, Edinburgh North High School.
Beth Ramos.
Yeah, she's separating herself now, Coach.
You know what?
Turned it up a notch.
She has a chance at the record. 10:51.16 is the record.
Well,
she is 20 seconds off.
Well, but she would need to run another lap, I think.
No.
Is this it?
This is it. I heard the gun. But here comes Brianna Robles from Palmview.
She may have a chance at the record.
She's got a chance at the record. And she has the record.
Wow.
Unofficially, I have her at about 10:49. The record was 10:51. I believe number 1 and number 2 both ran faster than the record.
Yeah, we kind of got a little sidetracked there, Coach.
Well,
we thought that there was still another lap left.
Right. And then I heard the gun.
Yeah, then we heard the gun.
And went, you know what, Mike? They have a shot.
Yeah, once the gun sounds, that second gun sounds, and that means that's the final lap.
Right. We'll get those results here in just a moment. Here comes Janet Figueroa, Wesco High School, right behind Krista Martinez from Metcalf-Chelsea. Now, I want you folks to know and to remind you that there is no team championship in the Meet of Champions. The Meet of Champion is about the individual. The top 6, I believe, are awarded some sort of medal, or I know for sure the top 3 are. In a normal track meet, the top 6 would be awarded points, but there are no points.
Yeah,
but there will be a top scorer male and top scorer female awarded after the meet.
Yeah, this is individual competition,
right.
Coach.
It's individual. There's no team champion here.
Yeah, I mean, you still motivate your teammates, that's for sure. You still want your teammates to do well.
Track's an individual sport that they just add the points together and make a team score.
Right.
Other than the relays, there's nothing a shot putter has to do with a miler. You know what I mean?
Correct.
There's no.
Correct.
You're not on the field at the same time. You're not participating at the same time. Nothing you do resembles anything the other one does.
Right.
But they make a team sport out of an individual sport is what they do.
But golly, Coach, how about that ending by Brianna Robles from La Jolla? How about the last push she gave to win the race?
You know, and they ran almost a minute faster than they qualified, Mike.
Yeah.
Of course, qualifying, that's all you want to do is get in the race.
Pioneer. Fifth place, Awa, Arlington South.
Yeah, so I'm anxious to see the official results of those. And
Well, here it comes, Mike. We were talking about it. She's about 5 meters back right there at the 100-meter mark. And she kicks it in.
the last 100 meter is where she really picked it up, and she just
Brianna Robles
Right.
from
La Jolla
Palmview.
Palmview.
Now she's going to end up winning by about 10 meters. Yeah,
That's
just
very,
about 10 meters.
That's very impressive the way
So
she
she
did
went
it.
from 10 behind to 10 ahead in 100 meters time.
If we have to talk, football terms here, Coach, I want to say right about the goal line is where she
Yes.
really picked it up.
Yes.
Where she was behind, and right about the goal line is where she really picked it up and passed Ramos. And it's like you mentioned, Coach, she was like 10 meters behind, and she ends up finishing the race 10 meters ahead, more or less.
Coming off the top of the curve, she was not in the lead, that's for sure.
So that's very impressive considering this was a 3,200-meter run. And that last lap, that last 100 meters, she was able to not only catch up, but get ahead that far, that much. That's
So let's look at who's going to be running in the boys division 3,200-meter run. And the order I read them is the order they qualified. Qualifying first, Eliseo Rodriguez from Palmview. Second, Cruz Gomez from PSG Memorial. Third, Jonathan Herrera from Brownsville Rivera. Fourth, Ricardo Torres from Los Fresnos. Fifth, Trevor Williams from McAllen Memorial. Sixth, Dominic Cavazos from Mercedes. Seventh, Anthony Garza from Brownsville Rivera. Eighth, Evan Williams from McAllen Memorial. Ninth, David Martinez from Brownsville Hanna. 10th, Brandon Garcia from Rio Grande City. 11th, Victor Pedraza from PSG Southwest. 12th, David De Hoyos from Edcal Chelsea. 13th, Omar Anguiano from Progreso. 14th, Raul Alvarez from Raymondville. And 15th, Jesus Guerrero from Hidalgo. And 16th, Ricardo Martinez from Hidalgo. Those are the young men scheduled to run the 8 laps in the boys division of the 3,200-meter run. The record in this event, Mike, is 9 minutes, 19 seconds, set in 2014 by Juan Uribe from Brownsville, Hanna.
so it's a fairly fresh record there, Coach. Just a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but it's almost a minute faster than anybody qualified. But as we saw in the girls division, maybe they weren't putting out 100% in the qualification. So we'll get the result of the girls, Mike, right after we start this race. And let's get them around the scoreboard to make sure we have a clean start. Now, I mentioned earlier, many of the top runners in the Rio Grande Valley are participating in the Texas relays, and some of the Valley's best distance runners are there. But this is a fine group running in the 3,200. So, Mike, go ahead and give us the result of the girls' division.
Yes, sir. I was just handed the official final results of the girls' 3,200-meter run. In 6th place was Krista Martinez from Edcal Chelsea. In 5th place was Ana Bautista of Rio Grande City. In 4th place was Soledad Cruz from Mercedes. In 3rd place was Tina Sierra from La Feria. In 2nd place was Beth Ramos from Edinburgh North. And in 1st place, your winner was Brianna Robles from La Jolla Palmview. And both Ramos and Robles set the meet record, Coach. Beth Ramos' time was at 10.
The record holder, Brianna Robles from Palmview, in the girls' 3,200-meter run.
Congratulations to her, Coach.
Well, outstanding run by both girls.
Right.
They will see each other again, either at regional or area. They will see each other again.
So this ain't over yet.
Right. So let's see if we can catch who's out front in the boys' 3,200-meter run.
Yeah, they're all pretty much still together, Coach. I'm kind of looking behind them, and I don't see anybody, so they're all still pretty much together.
4th place, Soledad Cruz.
Yeah, there's 16 of them right there in a bunch.
Yeah.
And see if we catch a number.
La Feria at 11 minutes, 7.10.
Number 1, of course, that is Eliseo Rodriguez. And number 11, I see in the picture, that's Victor Pedraza. Number 3, I see in the picture, Jonathan Herrera. So we'll get you more people identified as they stretch this out.
And Coach, looking at the prelim times, the top 3 times in the prelims, Jonathan Herrera of Brownsville Rivera, Cruz Gomez of PSG Memorial, and Eliseo Rodriguez of La Jolla, they all finished at 10:05.66, 10:05.59, 10:05.55. You know, they were together. They were very close.
I want you to take a look at the 2 young men from McAllen Memorial, Mike. Trevor Williams and Evan Williams. I bet they're twins. They're for sure brothers.
Yeah, once they come down here, we'll have a better angle of them. And
they're 2 little blondie guys.
Yeah. Yeah, they look identical, Coach. They very well.
Yeah,
could
I
be
saw
twin
them on
brothers.
the last lap, and I went, okay, they're for sure brothers. They're both named Williams.
Yeah.
There's one number 5, and the other one's on the inside. I can't see his number. They're almost side by side right now.
What they're doing is they're kind of zigzagging.
Well, they got the guys on the inside of the track. They got them boxed in.
Yeah.
The young man from Mercedes, that's Dominic Cavazos. He can't pass anybody because there's someone next to him, someone behind him, someone in front of him. And you can do that with a good runner. You can box him in and limit his options on how he's getting around the track.
But, yeah, up to this point, Coach, it's been a pretty healthy race all around. Everybody's, for the most part, close to each other. We have 2 runners that are kind of falling behind a little bit now. I would say about what, Coach?
Yeah,
about 20 yards maybe?
Yeah, they're falling back a little bit.
They're falling back a little bit. But everybody else is still close enough.
14 are still in striking distance. 2
Right.
of them are a little out. But Eliseo Rodriguez from Palmview, he's starting to stretch his lead just a little bit.
All right, Coach, now that we have a little bit of time here, I'm going to go ahead and announce the final field event for the girls' side that took place earlier today. This is the girls' discus throw. In 6th place, we had Tamara Castillo from PSJ Southwest. In 5th place was Malaya Pistacachi out of Sharyland Pioneer. In 4th place was Sarahi Gaitan from Ecouch Elsa. In 3rd place was Valeria Granados from Los Fresnos. In 2nd place is Jasmine Cortez from PSJ North. And your winner, first place honor, was Yvette Tames with a throw of 124 feet, .250 was Yvette Tames from Donahue.
You know, when you measure the discus, you don't measure to the half inch. So she threw 124 feet 2 inches.
Okay, no problem.
Well, the field event people didn't know that. So.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting about a 10-yard lead right now for Eliseo Rodriguez. And in 2nd place currently is Anthony Garza from Brownsville Rivera. Catch the number when they go by the finish line. I believe they have 3 laps remaining. Let's see. Yep. 3 laps remaining. No one has been lapped. Been a clean race. Now, following this race, there'll be the presentation of the field events. And at 6:30, we will begin the meet with the sprint relay, the 400-meter relay. As always, girls followed by boys.
Ladies first.
Now, look at this, Mike. Eliseo Rodriguez just gave up the lead, not to 1, but to 4.
3 now. About 4.
Runners.
Yeah. Yeah, Dominic Cavazos was the last one.
So number 7 is Dominic Cavazos.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Cruz Gomez. Number 11 is Victor Pedraza. And number
400
6,
relay teams, please check in.
I think we already said that's Dominic Cavazos,
I'd
right?
like to remind you
Yeah.
fans that there
Okay.
will be 2 heats for every
And here
race.
comes number 10 into the picture. That's Brandon
Relay.
Garcia from Rio Grande City. So a different 4 guys with 2 laps to go, Mike, have moved into the lead in this race.
Yeah, let's see if maybe there'll be a change in this lap.
They kind of let Eliseo Rodriguez set the pace for the first 5 laps, and these guys now have taken off on him a little bit.
I see Dominic Cavazos from Mercedes working real hard, trying to
Well, he's up to third place.
Third place, yes.
But again, he's on the inside. He's kind of boxed, Mike.
Yeah.
He's got 1 in front and 1 to his right. 7, 11, and 2 are the 3 guys right now that have kind of got him boxed. And Eliseo's coming back into the picture from Palmview.
4th person needs a hip number.
And there he comes. Passed on the inside, Dominic Cavazos from Mercedes. Don't see that happen very often.
Right. Barely staying inside the track there. Now in second place, and now we're in the final lap.
Right? So it's going to come down to kick. Of those 4 guys, now 3 guys who can run the fastest lap.
I expect them to really pick it up.
That's 7. That's Anthony Garza. That's 2. That's Cruz Gomez.
Okay.
And in the maroon, the burnt orange is Dominic Cavazos. And right now the leader is number 7, Anthony Garza from Brownsville Rivera.
But that's in jeopardy, Coach. Look at this.
PSA Memorial's Cruz Gomez now takes the lead.
Cruz Gomez.
The record, Mike, 9:19 is safe.
PSA Memorial.
But Cruz Gomez stretching
Wow.
the field.
Look at him go,
And
Coach.
here comes number 6, Dominic Cavazos.
Gomez.
So it's going to be from PSG Memorial, the Wolverines, at about 9:30, Cruz Gomez, followed by Dominic Cavazos and Anthony Garza.
Unofficial time for first at 9 minutes, 28.7.
And the rest of the runners are finishing. You see a lot of the young men wear their watch, and they time themselves.
Yeah, a lot of these runners, Coach, even though they finish, down in the bottom, but a lot of times they're personal records for them.
Right,
And
it's
so
very
they're
important,
still happy.
especially to a distance runner.
Right.
And if you're past 8th place in an
Yeah.
8, they're not going to time you. So you need to time you.
Yeah, so some people at home or maybe watching us on the internet are probably asking us, like, why are they so happy they're finishing 6th, 7th, 8th place? But, yeah, a lot of these runners, they're setting personal.
Plus, you got to remember,
time.
some of these are 4A or even 3A runners.
Yeah.
And in their own divisions, they're going to be champions.
Right. And the way they see it, Coach, is it's a motivator for them as far as like, hey, I participated in a 5A, 6A track meet.
Right, and I placed.
Right, and I placed. So they kind of use that as a barometer,
So here they come, Mike.
Yeah. Watch his finish, Coach.
Cruz
Just the way he was able to
puts it into
separate
cruise
himself.
control.
Yeah.
Whoa.
By his standards, maybe. Yeah.
And the young man from Mercedes that was boxed in so much of the race ends up in 2nd place.
Yeah, he did a great job, Coach, I felt. Just being able to, stay with the rest of the group where he was all bunched up and made a nice move in the inside, and, second to the last lap to jump into second. But, yeah, he did a solid job. But I'm impressed with the way Cruz Gomez was able to just kind of hang in there to start the race. He was kind of in, 5th place, 4th place, and then just the last few laps, he really is where he made his moves there, finished strong.
Okay, Mike, while we wait for the official results of the boys' 3,200-meter run, and I believe they're going to start making presentations of field event awards. Maybe they've been doing it. The next race is scheduled to begin at 6:30 6:30.
In all races
It is
from now on,
6:19, Mike.
except for the distance.
So for K West and 956 Sports, for John Boswell and Mike Gonzalez, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for the girls 400-meter relay.
Elite division.
Okay, Mike, it looks like they may line up and run this girls 400-meter relay before 6:30. So let's look at lane assignments. And the lane assignments for Heat 1, Lane 1, Raymondville. Lane 2, Edinburgh. Lane 3, Brownsville Vets. Lane 4, Palmview. Lane 5, Los Fresnos. Lane 6, Rio Grande City La Grulla Academy. Those are your lane assignments for the girls 400-meter relay, Heat 1.
Set.
And it looks like a clean start. Fastest qualifier is in lane 4. Palmview, the record is 48.56 seconds set in 2007 by Rio Grande City.
Both heats will be literally running against time. So time will be compared from the first and second group to determine your top places.
So here we go into the last exchange. Palmview, and in lane 5, Mike, Los Fresnos.
Watch this, Coach. Check this out. Look at this finish here. This is going to be a good finish. Let's see here.
Looks like Palmview, Mike.
Wow.
Palmview, Los Fresnos, 1-2. Remember, there will be 2 heats.
Right.
And those 2 heats times will be compared, and then we'll find out who the top 6 are. Our old buddy, Terry Byler, trying to call me here. He's got to know I'm on the air. I can't answer the phone. But here we come. The anchor lady.
Well, hopefully he's watching us on.
Well, I hope so. Maybe he's figured out that one of us has made a mistake, Mike, and it's probably me. But
or me. Or both of us.
And there they are. That's the young ladies from Palm.
100-meter run
Oh, going for 5.
Going for 5, yes, sir.
Yeah, he's heading into that 8 out of 9 and 9 out of 10 and all that stuff that his mentor, Coach Jimmy Platt, had.
Set.
The girls, the leading 400-meter relay. Westlock on the middle of the track in the purple and white. Fastest qualifier in the preliminaries at 49.
He's like Weslaco's in good shape right there, Mike.
I forgot to mention, Coach, about this race as the Lady Panthers came in as the #1 seed in this race.
They are running in lane number 2.
You know, they're on pace right here. They have a shot at the record, I think. Again, the record's 48.56, and they're way out in front. There's the handoff. Clean handoff, and here it comes.
Mikel Memorial trying to make a last push there, Coach, but it looks like Weslaco is in good shape.
Weslaco won. It's going to be close to a record, Mike. Remember, 48.56. I think it was turning to 49.
Yeah, I want to say I saw
as they
that.
crossed the line, but you know what? We won't know for sure until they hand you that paper here in a minute.
I want to say I saw something like 49.1 is what I saw from my naked eye. But
She's way out in front. Clean handoff. I believe, let's look at those 4 girls. That's Sydney Salinas, Eleanor Arndt, Brittany Cardenas, and Elida Hernandez. That's the team from the Weslaco Panthers. I believe they're going to be determined the winner of the girls' division 400-meter relay. We'll get those results to you as soon as they come through, but let's look at Heat 1 of the boys' division. Heat 1, Lane 1, Mission Vets. Lane 2, Los Fresnos. Lane 3, Nikki Rowe. Lane 4, La Feria. Lane 5, PSG North. Lane 6, Mission. Lane 7, Ed Couch Elsa. And in Lane 8, Raymondville. Those are the lane assignments for Heat 1 of the boys 400-meter relay. Fastest qualifier in this heat, La Feria, the time of 44.11.
In this group, La Feria at 44.11, running out of lane number 4.
One run out, stand behind your blocks.
So far, so good. On a beautiful Saturday afternoon at Weslaco's Bobby Lackey Stadium.
Car judges, we are not ready at station 1.
well, it looks like they're not ready yet, Coach. They just announced that, I don't know if they're waiting for something or.
They may be slowing the meet down. This race was not supposed to take place till 6:30, Mike.
Station 1 is ready.
And we're running the boys' heats at 6:30.
Not ready.
So they may get to a point where they slow things down. We'll see. But they're getting ready to run this race right now. Like I said, it's a beautiful 68 degrees.
They're ready to run.
So it's not too hot. It's not too cold. There doesn't seem to be a whole bunch of wind. I do apologize for the roughness of my voice. Been out in the weather the last couple of days, so.
Yeah, been a lot of people getting sick lately, Coach.
Well, I don't think I'm sick, Mike, but once in a while, you know, the voice goes. We did softball on Tuesday outside. I was out for the track meet, the freshman division on Thursday. Had a baseball game last night.
Set.
And here we go. It's like a clean start.
This is heat number 1.
There is a scratch in lane 3. Looks like Nikki Rowe pulled out of lane 3.
And coaches, the first heat, the gold division. Second heat, the elite. In the white, La Feria.
Wow, La Feria. See why they had the fastest qualifying time. They're running a fine race right now.
Yeah, here we go, Coach, on that turn.
3rd to 4th. Here's the big one. Clean exchange. La Feria. White uniform, middle of the track, says Lions across the chest.
See, Calcelso trying to make
Lane 5, PSG North trying to get into the picture. And it looks like La Feria, PSG North, 1-2.
And at Calchelsa, it looks like they finished third, coach, in this particular race.
On the carry.
All right, next heat, set your
You have the girls' results?
Yes, I do, coach.
Let's go to the top
Okay.
6 here.
Top 6. Sixth place was McAllen Row. Fifth place was Mission Veterans. Fourth place was Los Fresnos. Third place was La Jolla. In second place was McAllen Memorial. And in first place with a time of 49.76, coach, was our very own Weslaco Lady Panthers.
Well, they weren't off the record by a whole bunch.
We're not holding blocks, gentlemen.
And here we go. Heat 2 of the boys 400-meter relay. Lane 1, La Grulla. Lane 2, Brownsville Rivera. Lane 3, Vela. Lane 4, Harlingen South. Lane 5, Sherryland. Lane 6, Weslaco. Lane 7, Santa Rosa. And in lane 8, Palmview.
And if I may add, coach, from that last results we got, it was the combination of the two heats
Yes,
that
yes,
ran. So
yes.
just so the audience could know.
Weslaco won Heat 2,
Right.
but overall had the fastest time.
Correct.
So in theory, Mike, your top 6 could come from one heat,
Right. Or a combination.
or any combination of 3 and 2, and 4 and 2, and 5 and 1, any combination after that. But the top 6 fastest of the 16 teams running will be awarded the medals. So let's look at the lineup for Weslaco here, Mike. We've got Desi Rodriguez, Brian Guerra, Justin Coronado, and Marcos Garcia are the 4 scheduled to run for the Panthers.
Okay.
Quarterback, running back, and I don't know what Marcos Garcia plays.
Well, they entered this race, coach, as a second seed overall, according to Coach Gus Cabrera.
Really?
Yes.
Because they have the 4th fastest time in this heat.
Okay.
You got 43.77. Then you have 44 flat. Then you have 44.09. They're 44.16. And in lane 6 tells you that also. That they have the 4th fastest qualifying time.
Okay. That works.
The track coach in me remembers those things.
Yeah.
But you know what? Qualifying doesn't mean anything. That's just getting you into this race.
Right.
How well do you run this race? And that was a nice handoff right there. Right now, to me, it looks like Harlingen South's in pretty good shape. And I think that Sherryland in the all-white that right now I believe it may be in the lead. Sherryland got a bad handoff. South got a clean handoff.
Yeah, South is finishing strong,
Harlingen
coach.
South, Vela. Here comes Vela. But Harlingen South, Vela, and Sherryland, I believe, in that order. Once again, the computer will make that determination. But here we go, coming off the curve.
Girls 400-meter relay.
Harlingen South, clean handoff. A rough handoff by Sherryland. Vela, though, gets shot out of the cannon. Anchorman Johnny Davila. So there's South, Vela, Sherryland. Wait, somebody on the outside. Maybe Palmview ahead of Sherryland. And then there's Weslaco in about 5th. So again, we'll get those results in just a moment. And there they doing that thing. I would think that move would be a lot less famous after the Carolina Panthers got beat in the Super Bowl.
I was just going to say, it was Cam Newton that invented that, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I don't know. He and
Known for it. Maybe
after his fit in the press conference following the game, I don't know that I would copy what he's doing. So here we go, 800-meter run, girls division. Your scheduled runners: Valerie Tobias from Idea Academy, Stephanie Saucedo, Weslaco, Adriana Cruz, Rio Grande City, Dylan Guerra, Vela, Lillian Perez, Vela, Kelly Anguiano, Edcal Chelsea, Nadia Cifuentes, Hannah, Julissa Montoya, La Jolla, Angela Nuno Gutierrez, Edinburgh North. Bailey Villalone, Palmview. Alaya Garza, Westlaco. Sofia Salinas. Hannah. Yareli Tamez. What is Lincoln? Cameron Lotta, Santa Rosa. Valerie Gutierrez, Rio Grande City. And Neftali Estrada from Rio Hondo. Those are the girls running 2 laps in the 800-meter run. Mike, the record is set by Maggie Salinas in 1980. Time of 2:14. Fastest qualifier ran 2:25. That record looks to be safe today.
15 seconds. Well, how many seconds, Coach? About 10?
No,
10, 11 seconds
Yeah,
difference.
11 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that record
That's a pretty
looks
big,
safe today.
That's a pretty big gap.
Well, just think about it, though. 1980,
Yeah.
Maggie Salinas had the ability to turn a race of that time. So once we get this race rolling, Mike, we'll let you give us the result of the boys 400-meter relay.
And on top of that, Coach, we could maybe announce some of the fielding events that took place earlier from the boys' side. We were able to take care of all the girls, but now we got to give the
You're
boys
going to get
props.
some time after they start this. There's
Sure.
going to be 2 minutes of the 800-meter run here.
Right.
Back in the day, folks, they called this the half mile when we still were working in yards.
When I was first learning about track, Coach, that's how I actually remembered this as the half mile.
1,562 laps around a 440-yard track, half a mile.
Right.
So here we go. That's the beginning of the girls' 800-meter run. Mike, go ahead and hit us with a field event or a relay. Go ahead.
In third place was Isaiah Martinez from La Feria. In second place was Radel Alvarez from PSGA North. And your winner with a time of with a jump of 45 feet 6 inches was Dominique Castillo of Donna North.
No, that's a really nice jump, 45 feet.
Yeah, that's pretty far, Coach.
And here we come with 100 meters to go. Opening up quite a lead. Stephanie Sauceda from the Wesco Lady Panthers. Her qualifying time was 2:27. The record, 2:14. But here comes Valerie Tobias from Edinburgh Idea Academy.
Whoa.
And
she made it exciting there.
well, they came through at about 2:16, Mike, which is only a couple seconds off the record. Each other, yes, not 6A, so they didn't see each other. Look how Stephanie is running on the great ending to that race, Mike.
Yeah, it was a terrific ending. La Feria with a great job there of giving it a run there, working so hard. But La Jolla was able to get that last push in. I really thought we were going to have like a photo finish or something like that.
Well, we have the camera to do it.
We had the camera, yeah.
Yesterday, they were separated by 31/100th of a second for 1-2.
Yeah, watch this, Coach. Now, that runner from La Feria was in third place, and he just kind of...
You got to remember also, he's 4A.
Right.
La Jolla is 6A.
Or is La Feria 5A?
Are they 5A?
They're in the same
No, they're 4, aren't they?
4A? They're in the same district as Port Isabel.
That's 4. Ed Couch
You're right.
and those
Okay,
guys
correct.
are 5.
Correct. You got it.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. He will win his district, okay?
It's fair to say he'll win his district. He should do very well.
Let me
there.
see who else from his district was even in this race. PSA Southwest. Maybe Rio Hondo? Okay, so while we wait on the hurdles, we'll take a quick break. This is K-West and 956 Sports.